I said you never had a friend like me.
In Disney's live-action remake of the 1992 classic Aladdin, we see the effects of a class-based society in two characters, Aladdin and Jasmine, that struggled to break free from the expectations of the class they were born into. In the fictional kingdom of Agrabah, there is a large class divide filled with conflict. There's the middle and upper classes with merchants and royalty that look down upon the lower class that Aladdin falls into. Aladdin is identified as riff-raff and street rat by merchants, soldiers, and other members of the upper and middle classes.
Street rat! Get out of the way!
Who do you think you're calling a street rat?
Are you talking back to me? You were born worthless, and you will die worthless.
His status as a homeless, jobless orphan leaves him no choice but to steal to eat and survive. We see this in the opening scene of the movie, when Aladdin sings about his status.
I steal only what I can't afford, and that's everything.
Jasmine falls into the upper class, as she is the princess and daughter of the Sultan. However, Jasmine is unhappy with her life as a princess, having to abide to customs and duties that make her feel trapped. Even with all the riches she could want, Jasmine desires to escape the confines of the palace, which is why we find her in disguise in the streets of Agrabah in the beginning of the movie.
I should get out more.
You should tell the princess to get out more. The people haven't seen her in years.
They won't let her.
Aladdin and Jasmine meet and quickly realize that they have similar situations and desire to escape what they have been born into.
Every day I just think things will be different, but it never seems to change. Just sometimes I feel like I'm
Trapped. Like you can't escape what you were born into?
yes.
Jasmine is currently being forced to find and marry a prince. Suitors are brought before her to choose to marry from. The prince she chooses will be next in line to become Sultan. Jasmine repeatedly voices her frustration with this law, as she believes she is more fit to be Sultan of her own kingdom than any prince.
What foreign prince could care for our people as I do? I could lead if only...
My dear, you cannot be a sultan. Because it has never been done in the 1,000-year history of our kingdom.
This shows that in this society, men are seen as superior to women in this social class.
We have the same title, yet are never described the same way.
Jafar is the main antagonist of the movie and the Sultan's advisor. He constantly speaks of his ideals that people left unchecked will revolt, and his belief that women such as Jasmine are better to be seen rather than heard. Jafar craves power and status. His motto is that you're either the most powerful man in the room or you're nothing. Jafar seeks a lamp that will give him the ability to gain more power, but he needs Aladdin, who Jafar identifies as the diamond in the rough, to retrieve it for him. Jafar reveals that he was once a common thief, just as Aladdin is, and that he stole in order to achieve his current status in the palace. He convinces Aladdin to retrieve the lamp by offering him riches. Jafar constantly uses his status to exude power over others, and his obsession with power eventually leads to his demise. The genie presents the opportunity for Aladdin to change who he is and the status he was born into. Aladdin wishes to be a prince because Jasmine, who he has fallen for, can only marry a prince. Once again, Aladdin's status limits him, this time keeping him from marrying for love. Jasmine is also kept from this, as she is expected to marry a prince that she barely knows, simply for advantage. Aladdin's new status as a prince gives him a false sense of power, believing that his fraudulent status is now his new identity.
I sort of am a prince now.
Oh, so you're gonna drink from that cup.
Jasmine continues to feel objectified as she's referred to as hot and for sale.
Are you suggesting I am for sale?
Of course. Not. No, of course not. No.
Aladdin is different from Jasmine's suitors because he never once mentions any intention of marrying Jasmine for social or economical gain. Aladdin even tells Jasmine that he believes she should be the next sultan.
And they deserve a leader who knows that. I don't know why I think it could be me.
Because it should be you.
You think so?
This movie presents a new original song that Jasmine sings about others wanting her to be silent and conform to her inferior status as a woman. The Sultan decides to change the law preventing the princess from becoming Sultan, allowing Jasmine to change the law requiring her to marry a prince. Aladdin and Jasmine break free from the status that they were born into by being themselves rather than dragging others down to do so.
Does that mean I'm in trouble?
Only because you got caught.